Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. Hope everybody's doing well. Is today the 25th? Oh my goodness. August is just flying by. Anyhow, what happened here? Hope everybody's doing well today. First person here is Queen for tomorrow. Queen for tomorrow. Hi, Adonis. Tomorrow you may have choices and options around social activity. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life moves forward. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Listen to your intuition. Cause for celebration comes in around work, school, or business, and you may be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Leo, love. You've got making decisions that push life forward. You may be spending time with a Sagittarius or a Virgo. If you're currently with someone, your current relationship should be functioning well, but if you're not with anyone, you may have choices and options coming in. Listen to your intuition. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from. If there's one you're hoping to hear from, somebody new may be coming in like at any given moment when you least expect it. Exploring your options could lead to success, which leads to a committed relationship if that's something that you're interested in. It may also be with a Scorpio. Shantae, general. Cause for celebration comes in around finances improving. Listen to your intuition and life begins to move forward. Old wounds heal and move into the past and life moves forward towards greener pastures. Maybe spending time with an Aries. You have money coming in. Maybe planning travel, possibly a road trip. Could be spending time with a Cancer. An old wound is healing and moving into the past. And with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Pretty good. Hi, Mel. Summer love. Slow and steady wins the race. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success, and you may be spending time with, could be spending time with a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders when you let go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and you explore your options. Four elements, general. You've got feeling grounded and stable around finances coming in. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan can make you feel relief. Teamwork is favored. The world is at your feet, and success comes in around work, school, or business. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Listen to your intuition. And then you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan that could make you feel relieved. Not bad. Not bad. Jasmina General. Jasmina General. Maybe spending time with the Pisces. Maybe feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Could be spending time with a Capricorn or a Taurus. You have life moving forward towards greener pastures with negativity moving into the past. Areas of your life that have been stagnant should now start to move forward. Life could change for you for the better quickly. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. Back to Tanya for love. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. Listen to your intuition and walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You'll be spending time with a Gemini, maybe spending time with an Aries. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. You also have Sagittarius coming in. Let's see what happens with that. Cinnamon for tomorrow. New beginnings are on the horizon that could lead to success and happiness around career. Maybe spending time with a Virgo. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. You may feel like the hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back and pays off and changes life for the better quickly. Listen to your intuition. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Alessandra, me and Esteban. Slow and steady wins the race, but if you feel like things are a little out of balance or there's something on your mind, expressing your wants and needs would be helpful at this time. Listen to your intuition. I wouldn't try to force or manipulate anything, but speaking your mind is fine. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and communication may be picking up. And you're probably going to see one another relatively soon. Shonda for next month. Next month, you've got success coming in around work, school, or business. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Maybe spending time with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and you could have romance heating up. Pretty good. All about Maine, love. Well, you're making decisions and you're listening to your intuition, and that's pushing life forward towards greener pastures as far as the love is concerned. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Maybe spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Also could be spending time with, got a Taurus here. And then you also could have a Capricorn coming in. Listen to your intuition and explore your options. As far as love is concerned, you're calling the shots and you should have choices and options. With the Magician, you could have the ability to manifest new opportunities around love. Not bad. Not too bad. All about Maine, finances. Finances look like they're improving. You have growth, change, and transformation coming in and around finances between now and the end of the year. Teamwork is favored, life is coming into balance, and you should be feeling a little bit more financially secure. Disappointments are healing, and cause for celebration comes in around a new journey, new job or business opportunity, and perseverance pays off. Finances should be improving big picture. Not so bad. Pretty good. Cosmic did one for Lucky. Thank you, thank you. Tanya, general for the next 5. You may have choices and options that come in around social activity. Maybe spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could be doing something fun and exciting on a whim. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You'll hear from someone you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. If you've recently had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it should resolve itself and move into the past, and you're no longer holding yourself back. Listen. He took her to the park, and she ran around a lot at the park. Beautiful one for tomorrow. You've got stepping into your strength and self-confidence and walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you can push life forward towards greener pastures. Empress could be bringing in love and money or more of it. There's a new beginning on the horizon. Life begins to come back into balance. Making decisions that push life forward towards greener pastures, bringing cause for celebration. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And life's moving forward. You're ready for it. And you could also be planning travel. Kai, love. When it comes to love, life moves forward towards greener pastures when you're clear about what you want and need and you listen to your intuition. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. New beginnings are on the horizon. Now, if you're currently with someone, current relationship should be functioning well, but don't bring the past into the future. If you're not with anyone, you have water coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You do have commitment here if that's something that you're interested in. Life's moving forward, so it's probably new energy coming in. It also may be a Sagittarius. Dakota, General. General, okay, you've got the weight of the world slips off your shoulders and an old wound heals and moves into the past. Listen to your intuition and you may be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. You could be spending time with a Leo. You could also be spending time with another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Slow and steady wins the race, but success is coming in around work, school, or business, and you might be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Ina, love. Anxiety eases and moves into the past and life begins to move forward. If you're currently with someone, current relationship should be functioning well. Listen to your intuition. Not with anyone, you may have a Pisces or a Virgo coming in. New beginnings on the horizon that could be successful, although it may be a little bit slow. Exploring your options leads to success around love. Disappointments heal and life moves forward. Probably new energy coming in. Anxiety eases and moves into the past and life moves forward. Not bad. And remember that I got the new cards if anybody's interested in them. Angel Wisdom deck. Angel Wisdom deck. Mary, General. Slow and steady wins the race, but life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Money comes in, finances improve, maybe paying off a bill of debt or a loan, maybe planning travel. Maybe working on a new creative project or creative hobby. You could be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Maybe planning travel, that could be a road trip. You also could be spending time with a Cancer. Listen to your intuition and life moves forward. Not bad, not bad. Hi, Zara. Julie, will my next job be in a nursing home or a hospital? I think it's going to be in a hospital. Lucky, does either Pisces still have me blocked? I think you still may be blocked. I do think that you're still blocked, yeah. Let's see what happens. The minimum donation to skip the line is $3. I'll put it in here. You won't waste your time. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And F. Yes, no. Does James S. have feelings for me? I don't see romance around this connection as of right now. I would say no, it looks platonic as of right now. Doesn't mean that can't change. Tanya, romance coming in. Romance coming in. You do have romance coming in. With the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Sagittarius, and then another fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. A wish comes true, new beginnings on the horizon that could be quite passionate. Happiness comes in around romance. Not bad. Not bad. The blocking and ghosting, Mary, I can't, I don't get it. I think, you know, I blame everything on social media, but that's what I think it is. It's like everybody's like extreme. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. The ghosting drives me crazy. Michelle, General Wisdom Angel deck. I'm excited. I like these cards. Manifest. I have everything I need. The angels remind you that by filling your subconscious with thoughts and images of what you really want, and by speaking positively about these things, you will bring them into your real life. Manifest your yes. Self-care. I love taking the time to understand my needs. The angels want you to remember that although dedication and hard work are crucial, you also need to pace yourself. Otherwise, you could stretch yourself too thin and burn out. That would be bad for your pursuit. That's true. And then this one is confidence. When I set my mind to something, I won't stop until I reach it. If you lack confidence in making a decision, the angels send you positive energies to boost your confidence levels. They let you know that they support you and the encouragement are available to you as you continue to strive forward, fulfilling your higher purpose. Pretty good. Pretty good. Christine, how many days or weeks before I move? I'm going to say maybe within the next 2 to 3 weeks. It should be pretty quick. Martesha, I'm reading it now. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think it can be used. Tanya, I'm surprised Edward did not show up in my energy. He's slowing down. Only 5 messages today, but the night is young. Next move. I'm staying one step ahead of him. Yeah, he's slowing down because he feels like things are stagnant. He feels like things are out of balance, but he's not giving up yet. So you're still going to continue to hear from him. I mean, 5 times is a lot in one day, but you're going to continue to hear from him, and then eventually it may just die down or something will shift. He will. It won't always be like this. He'll fuck off eventually, even if you don't tell him. Dakota General. Life moves forward towards greener pastures, and the solution to a problem is in front of you. You're going to figure it out before the end of the month. Maybe planning travel. You may reconnect with an old friend or someone that you haven't seen in a while. Luck is changing for the better for you quickly. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders as life begins to move forward, and life could actually change for you for the better quickly around like work, school, or business. There may be more money coming in. Listen to your intuition. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Not bad. Not bad. Sean, what's the holdup with the people in PA? When are we going to close and be done with the house transaction? Should be sometime in the month of September. I think within the next 4 weeks. You know what? There may have been several different issues that's held things up, but it should get done in the before the end of September, I think. It could have been, there may have been something having to do with financing, and then there may have had something to do with like vacations or travel. Pallavi, love. When it comes to love, explore your options. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, and anything that's been stagnant may now start to move forward. You could be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Then you also have water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Exploring your options leads to success. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve. Listen to your intuition. Lucinda for the next 7 days. A wish comes true. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success. New beginnings are on the horizon that lead to success around work, school, or business. You may have money coming in, finances can improve, and that may make the weight of the world slip off your shoulders. Life changes for you for the better quickly. Maybe spending time with Air, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, money's coming in, and your luck changes for the better. You're not looking back on the past, life is moving forward. Tanya, I'm laughing because I told him, you're one crazy motherfucker. I'm like a boomerang. I throw him, he comes right back. It's crazy. I know. And it's like he's not even fazed by what you say, right? Jay, why did I get the feeling that I was being watched by management today? Are they planning something? I do think that they were watching you today. I don't think they're planning anything. I think they just may have been observing you, maybe something they do from time to time. That's a horrible feeling. I know. I know, that's awful. I don't know. It may be the kind of thing. Like, it may not even be like a big deal. It just may be that they watch people from time to time or whatever. Kind of stupid shit that managers do. Leah, do you have a specific question or you just want something general? Ruchi next in love. Disappointments heal and move into the past and life moves forward with cause for celebration. You could have a wish come true, maybe spending time with a Sagittarius. Explore your options. You also may have a Leo coming in. Exploring your options leads to success. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve, and success comes in around love. Nat, love for Cancer. D. Love for the Cancer. This person looks like they could be caught up in a situation that has extreme highs and extreme lows, where things can be really good for a while, and then when things go bad, they get bad. It's like, looks like it's somewhat of a cycle. If they're currently in this situation, they may be continuing to ride the crazy train, because it's like love and stagnation and not much is moving forward, and then things look really good with a lot of luck, and they're listening to their intuition and nothing's getting held back, things are moving forward, but then there could be distance and breakup and reconnection. If they're caught up in this cycle, somebody is going to have to actively make the decision to leave it in the past, or the cycle is just going to continue as is. If they're not with anyone, they should be aware that somebody from the past doesn't show up, and an old cycle restarts. It's almost like stuck living in the past kind of a thing. Jay, for the next 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks. Feeling ambitious, you should be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. You may be spending time with the Scorpio. Growth, change, and transformation is coming in and around work, school, or business, and a wish is coming true. You might feel relief around finances improving, and you could be spending time with a water sign. Something's happening in the next 2 weeks that's making you happy. Maybe spending time with the Sagittarius. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Not bad, not bad. Tanya, true story. When I told Edward you're one crazy motherfucker, he said you need Jesus. That's hilarious. That is really funny. Like, no matter how many times you tell him to get lost, he's still not getting the hint. That's really hilarious. Leo Moon, general for September. For September, you could be working on a new creative project or creative hobby, and you may be spending time with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could also be spending time with an Aquarius. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders and life begins to move forward. May have romance heating up if you're currently with someone. If you're not, one of those people I just mentioned could have potential. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. You may also be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Ju Lopez, will I get communication from H, the Cancer, this September? I think you will, yes, most likely. Cherry, will everything go well with my prescriptions tomorrow? I think everything's going to go well, yes, most likely. Tyson, anything now that I need to focus on? Yeah, if you get an idea for a side business, side project, side hustle, listen to your intuition and explore the opportunity. You may have choices and options around social activity, and perseverance pays off around both personal relationships and professional relationships. You may reconnect with an old friend or someone you haven't seen in a while. Listen to your intuition. Feeling ambitious, especially around an idea for a job or a job, side business, side hustle, some way that you could be bringing in extra money would be great. That would be great. Put your focus there, you could do really well. Jay, work for September. Work looks good in September. You're feeling ambitious. You'll be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to with growth, change, and transformation coming in and around work. Feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. The hard work you put in doesn't go unnoticed, and you could have a wish come true. It's pretty good. Tanya, he sent me a video about how using certain words can land you in hell. I texted back, I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. Agree to disagree. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't get it either. So you're preaching over here to the choir with me, because I told you I have a friend, same thing, that we can't even, we haven't been friends in a really long time, but it's the same thing. It's like I would just say, look, let's just drop it. We just don't agree. And then he would just continue. And it's like, can we just forget it? We just don't agree. We're not going to agree. Because I don't, I remember one time when I was young, I don't remember what I had. I had something on my first dog, Brandy, that had a cross on it. I don't remember what it was. I don't know, it was some neighbor that I had at the time was like, that dog shouldn't have a cross on, and the dog can't profess love to Jesus, or whatever they said, and I didn't really think anything of it, and I just walked away. But I've always thought to myself, I never understood how people would think that animals don't get into heaven. If you believe in heaven, which I'm open to debate about anything that happens after this, because I don't really know. But I listen to other theories. But what I can't understand is, especially dogs, when dogs are so pure and they love so, with every fiber of their being, they just love. why would I think that I would be worthy of heaven when I'm a flawed human and the dog isn't? Like, to me, that just sounds like craziness. Like, the dog is like 100% pure, most of them, okay? Sometimes you get a crazy dog, right? Especially the little ones, they can be a little crazy. But even the crazy little ones love their owners like nothing else. So why would I think that I'm better than them when I'm a flawed human? You know, I say shitty things about people. I lose my patience. I lean on my horn in traffic because I get pissed off. So, yeah, I don't get that. Yeah, I don't. I have some issues. But yeah, I'm right there with you on that. Hi, JA. How are ya? JA is live. If anybody wants to give JA ask JA a question. How you been? Can you give him Edward's number? Oh my God, that's so funny. Christine, who will I hear from first? SH or TH? Think it's going to be TH. JJX, me and M for the next 2 days were in no contact. I don't see all that much changing. Two of rods in reverse can indicate that not much is moving forward in the next, like there may be more focus on like personal goals than on fixing your relationship in the next 2 days. Or there may also be some challenges and indecision. I would say probably in the next 2 days, not all that much is happening. Brittany, the cards can't tell you whether or not to leave your guy. You have to make that decision. Yeah, the cards can't tell you what to do. If you want to ask a different question, you can, but I would need the guy's initials, his name, or his astrological sign to look into it further. Vicky, general for the day. Money comes in, finances improve. That money coming in, or maybe that may be on the horizon. Listen to your intuition and a wish comes true. Negativity is moving into the past. Maybe paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Could have success coming in around whatever it is you're putting time and effort into. Old wounds heal and move into the past and life moves forward. Valentina, will I hear from R tonight? Will I hear from R tonight? You probably will. If you don't, you'll hear from him soon. Or her, whoever it is. Okay, will I be in a romantic relationship this year? You have opportunity. Yeah, it could be with a Cancer or a Capricorn. That's possible before the end of this year. Mackenzie, I'd love to be considered. Yes, absolutely. Just put your question. Oh, I got it. Mackenzie, what's coming in love for me and my person, his initial is M, just like me. It depends where you guys are in your relationship. Things look a little out of balance, which means one person may be putting in more effort than the other, or two people are just not on the same page. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful. You do have communication either coming in or picking up. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Slow and steady wins the race. I don't see anything changing super fast. But and don't overthink things if you can help it. Expressing your wants and needs around the connection may be helpful. I don't see commitment here. If you're already in a committed relationship, I would say expressing your wants and needs around the situation may help things function better. But if you're not in a committed relationship, I'm not seeing that. Which doesn't mean it can't ever happen. It just may be down the line. Things may be a little slow. Susie, love reading for T, the Capricorn, and I. What's coming? You've got communication either coming in or picking up. Listen to your intuition. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation may be helpful, and you're probably going to see one another soon, and that may make you feel relief around life moving forward. Like you may feel like once you get the phone call and you know that you guys are going to see one another, you're going to feel like relieved. Liz, for the next 24. You might be feeling like life has come into balance and teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. New beginnings around the horizon that lead to success. You could be planning travel. You may be starting a new journey, and you may feel relief around life moving forward. Listen to your intuition, and your luck changes for the better quickly. Could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Tanya, my kids are getting a kick out of it. They keep saying Grand Rising, my beloved. They'd all go in a timeout. I agree. Oh, you're coming like that. Me too. Biani, me and Ruben, love in September. Things look okay. Now you have the hangman here, but it looks relatively well functioning. So even though things may not be moving forward quickly in September, they may be happy and pleasant, and you may be content with the way things are. It does look like communication may be picking up, or you may be discussing stuff that could be important. Listen to your intuition. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Don't be afraid to, speak your wants. Like, let them know what you want. But things look okay. It just looks a little slow. Jasmine, I told Gemini when he called me, no caller ID, that if he doesn't have good intentions and he doesn't want a relationship with me, to stop calling me. Is it really over between us? I had to speak up to him. Well, you know what the issue is? you're going to have to stick to that. You're going to have to keep saying, he's going to keep trying. If this was a situation where you used to hang out and hook up and you're looking for a relationship and he was just looking to hang out and hook up, he's going to continue to try to get what he wants because he's had it before. So he just thinks that you're being difficult. But if you let him have what he wants, the same relationship is going to continue. So in order for this to be over, you have to be the one to end it, and you have to be clear about that. Otherwise, you're going to just fall right back into the same old trap of hanging out, hooking up, and then him disappearing or whatever he does. But it depends what your previous relationship was like with him. But it reads like it's an old cycle. So I would say this is up to you to end it. Aurelia, I'm reading it now. I think she is very strict, but it also looks like she's a very good teacher. Like she may, like, I don't know, get respect, maybe because she's strict. But she thinks highly of him, may find him to be very smart, very intelligent, may think that he's maybe a little bit like, kind of like a class clown, or he may have his moments, but every kid has their moments. I think it's going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be, if you're anticipating it to be very difficult, I don't think it's going to be as difficult as you think. She seems to be grounded and stable, and I think that it's almost like being strict is like something she hide behind, because if people think that she's strict, she doesn't have to be strict. Like, it's already out there. Like, it's like, I'm going to be tough so that people know that I'm tough, so I don't have to continue to be tough. I think it's going to go okay. Jasmine, so he's still going to try and message me even after I told him it's over? Well, yeah. Well, because you know what happens? This is somebody who's been around. Like, I'm going to assume this is not somebody who you just met last week. This is somebody who's been back and forth. So we know what we can get out of people. And if this is somebody who you've always said yes to, you've always said yes to, you've always said yes to, you always said yes to, now you're saying no, they don't believe it. You know, it's like the little boy that cried wolf. It's like they don't believe it because you've always given them what you want. So it's like you really have to show them, and you have to keep setting that boundary. Otherwise, they're going to keep trying to push it, and it's unfortunate, but yeah. Edward and his church members are probably. Oh my God. I'm so disappointed that he turned out to be such a nut, because he was such a nice guy. And it was such a good connection. Macy, general for the rest of the week. Cause for celebration comes in around having choices and options around social activity. Listen to your intuition, and you may be doing something fun and exciting out of the clear blue sky. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life begins to move forward. Maybe paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Andrea, George is my manager watching me at my job. I don't see them. I mean, they may be watching from time to time, but I don't think that they're just like. No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Like, I don't think that they're like watching you looking for something or like looking for you to make a mistake or anything like that. I don't see that. Payman, what's Dr. Cruz's impression of me after addressing some of my concerns about working hours versus after work hours today? May think that you're strong, confident, down to earth, hardworking, and perseverant. Pretty good. Pretty good. Lisa, when can I expect Kill to reach out to me? Been seeing him but haven't heard from him in a few days. He's upset with me. I don't know if we will mend. I would say you could hear from him within the next 4 to 5 days, but if you want to speak to him sooner, I would reach out to him. Red, what happens after I'm approved for my CN membership? I need a little more information. I don't know what it is or what could come next. Be wise for this week. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business, and you might be feeling relief around life moving forward. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Making decisions that push life forward. Sarah, any actions of Vigilis M towards me? Things look a little slow, but I would say you may hear from this person. There is possible communication coming in. Just looks a little slow. Lita, love, single with no options. You got romance that could be heating up with fire. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You got 2 fire. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. With the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Perseverance can bring you to a place where you're feeling relief. Life moves forward. If you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready, but exploring your options could lead you to success around love. That's going to change soon. You know, like the no options. Cosmic, do you see Geo ever communicating with me again? Maybe he has decided to cut me off for good now that he is with that crazy woman. I shouldn't worry about him anymore. Well, I don't see communication coming in on the immediate horizon. That doesn't mean that you can't ever hear from him again. Like, I would never say that you could never hear from somebody again, but I wouldn't worry about him anymore for sure. If he's with somebody else, then that's the decision or where he is right now. Like hearing from him and he's still with somebody else, it's just going to keep you in a situation where you're stagnant. That's not going to be helpful for anything. So like to hear from somebody and they're still with somebody else, what would the point in that be other than just keeping you hanging on or hopeful to something that's not happening? So I would just kind of let that go for right now. Oh, love you too, J.A. Melissa, how does this work here? Oh, you knew? It's a one free question. You could just put a question in and I answer them the best as I can in order. If you want to skip the line, it's $3 donation. One free question per live stream. Brenda, journal from now until the end of the month. Oh, thank you, J.A. You are too. I gotta go back on your channel. I haven't been there in a while, but I'll check it out soon. Brenda, sorry. You may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business, and you may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Maybe focusing on a side business, side project, side hustle that could lead you to success, brings the world to your feet, money comes in. Finances improve and a disappointment heals. Rimmel, General. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Disappointments are healing and moving into the past. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. And then you've got feeling grounded and stable. New beginnings on the horizon. A wish comes true. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Maybe spending time with a Sagittarius. Could be spending time with a Gemini. Red, will anything good come of it for me? Once you become a member, will anything good come of it? It could lead you to more opportunities. Yeah, it could lead you to other opportunities. Natasha, do you see my current teaching job being long-term? I do think it's going to be long-term, yes. Maggie, love. When it comes to love, explore your options. Got a Scorpio here. You have another water sign here, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And you might feel relief around life moving forward. You got success coming in around work, school, or business. And then you have fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries coming in. Exploring your options leads to success around love. And don't be afraid to, express your wants and needs and leave people, places, and things in the past that no longer serve you. D for the rest of the week. You have choices and options around social activity coming in. Money comes in, finances improve. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Life begins to move forward. Success comes in around work, school, or business. And then you have like a water sign coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Success comes in and life begins to move forward. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Negativity moves into the past, and then you may be feeling like life is becoming more balanced, or balance is coming in. I mean, Cosmic, it's okay to miss him because, that's fine. It's when you're stuck on something, you always got to go back to the same thing. It has nothing to do with him, and it has everything to do with you. So you have to figure out what it is that's keeping you in this situation. It's okay to miss somebody. It's okay, like even like old friends. Like sometimes, like I think about friends that I don't see anymore, and I'm like, oh, I miss those times. Like those were great times. We had a lot of fun together. But if something is keeping you in a place where like you feel like you're pining away over something, or you can't move past it, You got to figure out what is it inside you that's keeping you attached to something that's not in your best interest and that's hurting you, right? Like if you didn't care, like it, you know how sometimes somebody will ask a question and they'll be like, what does Joe think of me romantically? Well, the cards, you can't really ask the cards to give you romantic answers. The cards will answer you how they answer you. But if you and Joe are not in a romantic relationship, there's no romance there. So it's like, what does Joe think of me? It's like there's a disconnect there, right? Like if I were to say, hey, what does my next door neighbor think of me? Like they may say, oh, she's nice, she's quiet, she likes dogs. What are they going to say? Like I don't spend a lot of time with them. I'm not, you know what I mean? So it's like there's a disconnect. So if you haven't seen somebody in all this time and you're still feeling like I can't get past it, what is it that you can't get past? Because it doesn't have to do with them, it has to do with you. Like for whatever the reason is that you're not together anymore, it doesn't matter. It ended, which why, whatever the reason was why it ended, why would you still want to be with somebody when it ended? Because something happened, right? So whatever it was that happened, why is it that you still want to, why would you want to go back to that? Now sometimes, because I've seen this happen, where all somebody wants, like I've heard it, I just want to go back to Joe, I just want to go back to Joe, we just want to be happy, and then they go back and they're like, I can't do it, it's just not the same. So I've seen that happen. They're like, oh, I thought that's what I wanted, but then I went back and it just didn't feel the same. So I get it, but even for myself, because there have been things that I struggled with over the years, and I would say to myself, why do you want that? Like, what is it that you want that you can't get past it when this is what happened, whatever it was? And yeah, it takes time to get underneath all that shit. And even like with like friends, or friends, whoever, coworkers, whoever, whatever happened. I always think of that friend that I had, a really good friend of mine that totally betrayed my trust, and I miss her a lot, and I think about her all the time. And I always think, maybe I should reach out and see if we can patch things up, but I know that we would never have the same friendship again, so what's the point? Like, better off just let sleeping dogs lie. Anyway, Martisha, MW Aquarius is expecting me in Florida this weekend. I don't have the money. When I tell him I'm not coming due to lack of finances, what's his next move? I didn't answer this. He may come up with another plan. So I don't know, do you think he would be able to offer to pay for it? I don't know how much it's going to cost, but he may try to help you or try to come up with a different plan. There's like change in plan. And it's like cooperation, teamwork, compromise. So I'm wondering if he's going to offer you something. Lucky General. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. If you've been feeling like certain areas of your life have been stagnant, that energy may now turn around and start to move forward. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities, listen to your intuition. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan could make you feel relief, and you may be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. LA. Did you see my advisor approving me for remote learning or for the funding for my travel, the funding for my travel, let's see. They're going to work something out with you. I think that it may be the funding for the travel. He pay for it. I think that's what he might do. Tibet for tomorrow. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, and anxiety eases. Listen to your intuition, and life begins to move forward. A new journey begins. Something may happen tomorrow that makes you happy. You may be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Something nice can happen around the home, moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, and somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Oh, Christina answered that one. I said most likely it would be TH. Beat making. Yeah, you could still, sure. Devin, what's coming in for money? You might be feeling a little bit of relief around money moving forward. You've got money coming in, adding a side business, side project, side hustle, starting a new journey, could be bringing in more money, paying off a bill of debt or a loan. You may have choices and options. Explore your options. Mel, general. Negativity is moving into the past. Life could change for you for the better quickly, and life comes into balance. Listen to your intuition. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business. Money may be coming in through a side business, side project, side hustle. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the week. Cause for celebration comes in around finances improving. Not bad. Not bad. Beat making. Will Miles reply tonight about the trip for Florida, or will he wait? Well, you got about a 70% chance he responds tonight. If he doesn't respond tonight, you should hear from him soon. I would say maybe by tomorrow. You should be hearing from him pretty quickly. Adonis, how does in-person class go for me tomorrow? Today was meh. I feel like the first day is always like, right? Yeah, it's probably going to be the same, but it's going to improve today's what, Monday? I think as the week goes on, it improves, because you may be feeling like, oh, right? But then as the week goes on, it's like listening to your intuition, new beginnings, feeling grounded and stable. Life is moving forward. The new journey begins. I think it's like the back to school blahs. But I think that by the time we get to like Thursday, you may be feeling a little bit better. A lot of work, yeah. Right is light. Tell me, Amar's current feelings and thoughts about me. May find you to be somebody who is grounded and stable, fair, kind-hearted, caring, sincere, loyal friend, somebody who is hardworking and down to earth, courageous. Very good. Pretty good. Oh, you too, Lucky. Thank you, thank you. Have a great night. That's it? Okay, then I will wrap it up and I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully in the morning. My schedule got all screwed up today. My appointment changed, so anyhow, that's why I was so late. But I'll see you guys in the morning. Thank you all very much for being here. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.